Greetings, Pilgrims, to episode 37 of the Polygon Pilgrimage. And today we're going to do a little bit of a project update. I've been getting a lot of questions and people wanting to see more about the house project. And so this is where I'm at so far. Let me give you a quick overview as I'm going to hide the ceiling here so we can actually see everything. This is the master bedroom of the house. And so what we're shooting for is to create a demo of the game using just this first room as an example room so you can run around and try out all the mechanics. So let's jump into each piece. I'm just going to talk about it briefly, each one, and kind of the challenges that I faced with each one and the things that I've learned from doing that. So the biggest one, of course, let's start with the bed, since it's the one that's been featured most. This is a multi-part object, and the real difficult part came with the sheets. And the sheets, as you can see, are still a work in progress. It's still high poly here. And I took advantage of Max's inbuilt physics system and created an object and used the cloth modifiers to let it drape the cloth for me. Now, once it got some of the way, I have to go back in now and actually create some more of the folds that I want. We still need a second layer of sheets on here. And the pillows, you'll see in other episodes that we're working on the pillows. But the bed itself is just hard surface modeling, nothing fancy, and even the underside is not even there because you're not really going to see it, so why bother building something that you're never going to be able to see? So that's the bed. Let's move on to some of the other objects here that are of important note. The nightstands and the bench. These guys are pretty much the same object, just squashed and stretched out, really. So it's multiple parts, and these will open eventually. And when they open, there will be two shelves inside. And you have the knobs. The knobs I've used on every single piece of the furniture to try and make it look like it's one like IKEA set of furniture, if you will. So here's the bench here with the soft top. That will need a specific material to really sell that in the end. So nothing too fancy here. Again, this is the high poly pass, so the doors don't open yet. They will have to, but I'll be reusing the shelves that I've already made. So let me show you those shelves. If I spin around here, other side of the room, we've got the dresser with the TV on top. So if we take a look at the dresser real quick, this is the final low poly dresser. And as you can see, it has fully functioning doors. There they all are. And these drawers are going to be able to be opened by the player because there will be objects hiding inside them. So you'll need to look in there for those. Don't want to give too much away all at once. Here's the rug. Modeling a rug was surprisingly difficult. And what I found was to make heavy use of the symmetry modifier to work smarter, not harder. And finally, well, no, not quite finally, we have the windows. The windows I'm very proud of. These took a lot of work. Let me isolate that for you. It took a lot of work and figuring out and measuring, and I redid it a few times with some advice and some help from other fellow artists, which I'm very grateful for. Especially these little locking mechanisms. Took a whole lot of work to figure out the exact way to build those. Overall, I'm really happy with how they turned out. The normal map, which I don't have applied right here, even has the screws on the hinges here. It's just, I'm really happy with these, and I'm pretty proud of those. Finally, the big thing that I did recently, I've been working on over here, let me pop around all over the place on you, is the closet. The closet is difficult in the sense that we have lots of shelving and there's going to be a whole lot of objects inside of it. So let me give you a quick render here and I'll show you what I've been working on. This is the bar where you hang clothes on the hangers. This is a little difficult to see because of the fact that there's no lighting yet in the scene. But here we have multiple shelves, and I created this little trim that goes all the way around. There'll be some drawers here, and I made sure to do the underlip on the bottom. This object, the bar, I had originally sorry, it's a lot of clicking to get around here. There we go. I had originally just a straight, cylindrical bar, but I found that it was kind of boring, so I wanted something a little bit more interesting. So I found some references online, and this kind of a bar really intrigued me. It's got a nice little metal part here that the bar actually sits in the grooves. You could pick the whole bar up. And there were some screws, but I figured it's such a small object, you're not going to really see it. Just something a little bit more interesting and a different material to stand out against the wood that is the closet. And finally, the really big object that I'm sure you've all seen me struggle with recently was these lights. There's 4 of them in total, and yes, they do look a lot like a speaker. And I recently finished this up, and I've been playing with learning how to bake different materials down. So this is a really quick and dirty diffuse with the normal map and the AO map applied, and you can see the screws coming in here really nicely. There they are, nice and smooth, so you can actually see the grooves in there, and it catches the light really well. And the bulb, I made it pure white, and then I gave it just a little bit of a pattern to it. I'm probably going to switch that out. And I think that those came out really nice, and I was able to really get a lot more detail to them than I thought I could. So that's a quick once over on the room as it's coming along. The final parts are going to be this closet. I've got these 2 paintings here that I have to figure out what to do with those. And of course the television on the end here, I've already got that in progress in another file. And then I'm just going to block off the door for now because this room is going to be one level in among itself. And from there we're going to create the full demo. So look for more coming really soon, you guys, and thank you so much for all the encouragement and all the questions. Keep them coming. And as always, keep practicing, keep getting better, and please enjoy the quote at the bottom of the page. And I'll see you guys next time as the pilgrimage continues.